Sindarov just dropped the ball in a winning endgame, and the engine is absolutely screaming at the monitor. How did one of the world's most elite talents manage to turn a rock-solid position into a total collapse against Jorden van Foreest? Today, we are dissecting one of the most brutal roller coasters in St. Louis, where every single move after the middle game feels like walking through a minefield. Sindarov opens with the English opening. It's a sophisticated positional choice. By avoiding the immediate d4/e4 main lines, White keeps the tension and signals that he wants to play a game of long-term maneuvering. It's all about controlling the d5 square without committing the center too early. This sets the tone for a game that's going to be won on deep understanding rather than opening memorization. Look at this structure. Sindarov plays d5, blocking the center. This is a classic King's Indian setup, and this move forces Black to make a decision immediately. By pushing the pawn to d5, Sindarov is grabbing space, but he's also giving Van Foreest a clear blueprint on where to launch his counterplay. You'll notice how both players are now fighting for the flanks. It's an absolute tug-of-war for central influence. Bishop g5. A very annoying developing move. By pinning the knight f6 to the queen, Sindarov is practically begging for a reaction. It forces Black to clarify the position. Van Foreest responds with f6, which creates a classic hook for White to attack. While this move wins a tempo, it also forces Black to commit to a structure. You'll see that this exchange defines the rest of the middle game maneuvering. Bishop g3 is a high-level retreat. It's not just about saving the piece. It's about watching that f5 square like a hawk. Sindarov knows Van Foreest is desperate for a pawn break. By tucking the bishop away, he keeps his diagonal flexible and prepares for the inevitable push. It's defensive prophylactics at its finest, preventing the opponent's main plan before it even gains momentum. Absolute chaos. Sindarov fires c5, aiming to liquidate the center and open lines for his heavy pieces. This is a calculated risk. By forcing the pawn exchange, he's hoping to create a passed pawn or an open file for his rook c1. However, this creates a vacuum in the center that Jorden van Foreest is only too happy to exploit. It's a high-stakes trade-off that changes the DNA of the board. Knight takes c5. This is a pivotal moment in the middle of the board. By taking the pawn, Sindarov gains a massive central presence, but he gives up the initiative. This sequence is incredibly deep. He's betting that the strength of his central knight will outweigh the activity of the black pieces. It's a very computer-esque way of playing, prioritizing structure over immediate attacking threats. Queen takes d4. Wait, what is happening here? Queen takes d4 is a stunning tactical liquidation. Sindarov is essentially saying, I'll trade my queen for a superior positional structure. It simplifies the game, but it's incredibly dangerous. If he miscalculates even one square, the lack of a queen could leave him unable to defend his king. This is pure GM-level confidence or a massive misread of the endgame potential. Knight e6. This is a beautiful outpost. It acts as a thorn in Black's side, strangling their coordination. The knight here is essentially a piece that cannot be easily challenged without Black making major concessions. When you have a piece this active, your opponent is forced to play passive chess. Sindarov is squeezing the life out of Jorden's position here, making it look easy. Rook c6. Look at that penetration. Sindarov is using the open files to absolute perfection. By putting the rook on the 6th rank, he's cutting off the black king and creating threats against the d6 pawn. This is the definition of a squeezing strategy. Van Foreest is effectively tied to the defense of his own back rank, unable to mount any meaningful offensive pressure. Bishop d5. Another tactical blow. By placing the bishop here, Sindarov is controlling the center and putting immense pressure on the rook c3. It's a blockade strategy. He is daring Jorden to trade pieces. Every time they trade, the position gets closer to a technical endgame win for white. This is how you convert an advantage. Don't get fancy. Just keep improving the position until your opponent crumbles. f6+. The exclamation mark is well deserved. This pawn break is the final nail in the coffin for the structure. By pushing this, Sindarov clears the path for his king and creates a passed pawn that black simply cannot ignore. It's a forcing move that demands a response. If black doesn't take, the pawn becomes a monster. If black does take, the board clears up for an easy transition. Rook takes d3. This is the cleanup phase. Sindarov is slowly peeling away the layers of black's defense. There is no counterplay left for Jorden. The endgame is mathematically lost, but the accuracy required to avoid stalemate or a trap is immense. Even at this level, one slip-up can lead to a draw. Sindarov has to stay focused for just a few more moves. King h6. And with that, the pressure becomes unbearable. Van Foreest is essentially playing a forced march towards a lost position. This game illustrates why endgame precision is the hallmark of a true elite player. Sindarov played the transition perfectly, turning a complicated middle game into a clean, technical victory. What a battle! That was an absolute masterclass in board control and tactical patience. Watching these grandmasters navigate the complexity of the middle game into such a clean conversion is why we love this sport. The game was won by inches, not miles. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to Chess 64 Elite Academy right now for more elite chess content.